Hey guys, how's it going? This is Adam here again with another episode of that Farm and Countrying podcast. This is episode 22. It's Friday, June the 16th. Guys, it's almost summertime. This is kind of crazy. Like, summer is creeping up so fast. It just seems like yesterday that I was slogging through snow all over my front lawn and all over the roads, and then it was really mucky and wet, and it was raining rain and snow melt, and now there's green fields. I'm actually driving, and I'm looking at farmers' fields all around me, and we've got crops sprouting up, and I'm sure that some of you guys who are living in nicer places, you're seeing like fully matured crops, and maybe some of the farmers are looking at planting a second crop. It's been a good spring, is what I'm trying to say, and it's going to be a great summer. I have high expectations for this year, guys. High expectations. And I know that there's going to be problems, but I'm going to face those problems, stare them in the eye, and I'm going to jump over them, or I'm going to move past them, and then there's going to be more problems, and so on and so forth. So today I'm going to skip the little advertising. You know, you guys all know that we have a store. That's not new. I'll skip the advertising today, and I'll cut straight to what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk to you guys because I'm very excited about what's happening with me. I'm seeing success in things that I'm doing to earn money, and basically the most successful things have nothing to do with farming. They have to do with online selling. But I wanted to talk to you guys about a successful mindset. See, there's people out there who are doing things and they're winning. They're crushing it. You know, when they start something, they win at it. They succeed at it. And you look at those people and they're like, you know, whether it's people who create music, people who create movies, people who write books, people who are farming, you know, and they're making good money farming, or people who, have some kind of business, and you look at their business and it's successful. You know, how did they get there? How did they get from wherever they were before that to wherever they are now? And it's tempting sometimes to look at these people who are just absolutely killing it, and to think that, hey, you know, these guys just have a horseshoe up their ass. Like, how could they possibly be that successful? How come I can't be that successful? You know, how come everything I do just turns to crap? You know, I'm trying and trying and trying, and then you start thinking to yourself, you start whining about it, you start stressing about it, you start thinking about it. And I want to tell you guys that this mindset it's not unique to anybody. This is the complaining mindset that every entrepreneur gets when they first get started, and they're trying to make a business, they're trying to build a business, and they get hammered with these obstacles. They just get hammered with obstacles, and they're like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm going to quit. I can't do this. It's too hard. It's too hard. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that so whiny. But I'm only telling you guys this because I have literally been that guy saying, this is too hard. I can't do it. And that was not that long ago, guys, that I was saying that to myself. And now I'm not killing it yet, guys. I'm not killing it yet. I'm not quitting my job yet. But I'm turning the corner, right? There comes a point in every business where you start to see results happening. So I wanted to give you three differences between successful people and unsuccessful people. Okay? And I want you to take this podcast today, and I want you to take it to heart, because this is very important. I mean, I could sit here and tell you 10 successful businesses that you can start on your farm today, and here's 8 things that you can sell that you're just growing on your front step. Here's how to sell dandelions. Here's how to, sell grass. Here's how to sell old barnwood. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. Guys, I could do that all day long, but you're going to sit, you're going to have the earbuds in your ear, you're listening to this podcast, and you're not doing anything. You're just listening. That doesn't achieve anything, guys. Listening to a podcast will not make you successful. I want to share with you guys some personal stuff here. This is going to be a little bit personal. Stuff that I probably wouldn't share with any other online audience. I wouldn't share this with any other online audience. But if you're listening to this podcast, you're somebody that I think needs to hear this. So let's begin. So the number 1 thing, or let's call it number 3 thing. The number 3 difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, okay, is that the unsuccessful people blame others for their circumstance. Now, okay, you know what? Maybe bad things have happened to you. Maybe it wasn't your fault. That is absolutely valid. If you have been a victim of something, well, God, listen, I'm behind you 100%. I'm not trying to tell you that it was your fault that you got robbed, that somebody took advantage of you, that your car was in an accident, or that someone stole your car, or that your wife left you, your husband left you, your parents died. Listen, whatever it is that happened to you, it happened. It probably wasn't your fault. Okay? Probably wasn't your fault. It's called life. The capriciousness of life. Do you know what capricious means? It means unpredictable. Everybody looks at fate and says that fate's against me. But guys, fate is just chance. Okay, there's probability and there's chance. There's a probability of like 1 out of 10,000 that somebody will die of being hit by a television. I don't know. I just made that number up out of the top of my head, okay? I don't know if that's true or not, but there's a probability for everything that could happen, right? And I'm a Christian, and I strongly believe that God is protecting me, but I'm not stupid enough to think that there's some kind of magic force field around me that's going to protect me from all these harmful things. And if I'm sitting underneath a TV and it falls on my head and kills me, well, it happens, guys. It happens. And the Bible talks about the capriciousness of life. It says that things will happen to you. But your reaction to those things makes a huge difference. That makes all the difference. See, unsuccessful people will look at the world and they'll say, the world is stacked against me. I can't win because everybody is trying to defeat me. The fates are against me. The winds are aligned against me. Somebody's out there with a voodoo doll and they're jabbing me in the side with the pin. What am I supposed to do about that? So an unsuccessful person says, yeah, all of these things are aligned against me. I can't win against them. And they blame people or they blame circumstances for their failure to succeed. Now, maybe there's some merit to some of these things. Maybe some people have experienced some terrible things. I'm not saying that they haven't. But successful people, this is what they do, guys. Listen up, because you need to hear this. Successful people are subject to the same problems that you have, okay? I was just reading a story the other day of Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer, this guy's an actor. Kelsey Grammer was the guy who played Frasier. I love that guy. I heard this story and I thought, man, I love that guy. He's a great actor. He's in a show that I really enjoy and love. He's funny. He's talented. He's a good actor, and he's been successful. But Kelsey Grammer has lost just about every person who was close to him. He's I forget how many people he lost. His sister was murdered. His just so many people have died in his life. Like, this guy is basically, if somebody isn't following him around selling like life insurance, then that's a missed opportunity right there, guys. The guy has seen tragedy. Let's just put it that way. He's seen tragedy, but did he give up? No, he didn't give up. Same with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves lost his wife. His wife just died. Now, that was a while ago, and he could have given up. He could have become a complete a-hole and just told the world, hey, you know what, screw you. You're going to take my loved ones from me? Well, I don't owe you anything, world. But he didn't. He didn't give up, and he's an extremely successful actor today, isn't he? Like, the man he's killing it. Okay, when I say people who are killing it, I mean they're at the top of their field, they're making money, they're successful, they're well-known, and they're talented. And Keanu Reeves and Kelsey Grammer fit those criteria. They're killing it. But it's not, it's in spite of personal tragedies. It's in spite of what's going on in their lives. And I want to share one more person who's inspired me today. There's a guy on YouTube, and I'm going to find this guy, and I'm going to post a link to his YouTube channel, because he's got what the heck is it called? Cerebral palsy. It's basically a disconnect between your brain and the rest of your body, and he's got he can't move his muscles very well. And a lot of people with cerebral palsy, they can't walk, they can't even stand up, they're just basically wheelchair bound. And this guy, he's wheelchair bound. He's got cerebral palsy, but he's got a YouTube channel. And today he was on this YouTube channel, he's talking about how he's not feeling sorry for himself. He's like, you know what? I was born with this terrible tragedy, this cerebral palsy, and it sucks. But there's a purpose to it. I'm using this cerebral palsy to make other people's lives good and to inspire other people. And I just thought, holy crap, man, that is somebody who gets it. That is somebody who gets it. Like, through no fault of his own, he's basically got this horrible disease that basically means he can't run, walk, or do anything that you and I can do. And yet, he's happy, he's content, and he wouldn't trade what he has right now for being well. That's when you know you've got this successful person mindset, okay? Successful people see their circumstance and rise above it. Okay, let me say that again. Successful people see the circumstance and rise above it. I want to say that they do it through faith. A lot of people have faith in God. That's me. I mean, if you don't have faith in God, honestly, what are you living here for? Like, you just think that we're going to die and that's it? That's kind of sad. But when they see the circumstance, they understand that the circumstance is not going to stop them. And so their mindset is, I'm going to succeed. This circumstance isn't going to stop me. So, okay, number 2. Unsuccessful people are never, okay, let me, I didn't write any notes on this, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm actually in my car right now, waiting to go in and get some gas at the gas station, so, okay, so I had this planned out in my mind, but yeah, number 2, unsuccessful people are always looking for other people to do the work for them. That's the one thing I wanted to get across to you guys. So I'm involved in several online e-commerce things, and there's Facebook pages for each of these things. And of course, the Facebook pages are designed to give everybody kind of like a mastermind. So you can get together and you can talk about the problems that you're having and come up with group solutions so that you can see if someone else has had this problem before, how do I solve it? What do I do here? How come this thing isn't working? What did you do for this? And then there are other people coming online and saying, look, guys, I'm successful. This is what I did. Imitate that. So that's pretty cool. I love that kind of mastermind group thing. It's really useful. And it helps out a lot of people, and I'm grateful for it. But every time I log into Facebook, I just see a bunch of these people getting online and complaining. They're like, well, I can't find this file. I can't find this document. I don't know where to go to find this thing. And I know the answer, guys, because it's so easy to find. But the people who are asking these questions are not making any effort to find it. Instead, they just go straight to complaining that they can't find it. And there's another guy on this one Facebook page, and he is absolutely, this guy is selling, he's probably made $10,000 in sales through his online store. Probably 10,000, probably even more. I mean, he's made over 1,000 sales. So he's probably made more like $15,000 worth of sales. And that's US dollars, by the way. And he's always complaining. He's like, well, this function doesn't work. This software program doesn't work. I don't know, like, I wish I'd gotten a refund on this course, because everybody who's part of this course paid like $5,000 to take the course and get access to the software. And I paid my money too, right? So I'm part of this. And there was a point where I was considering trying to get a refund. And I thought, oh my God, it's not working. What I'm doing isn't working. So let me try something else. You see the difference there? See, these guys, there's two things that these guys are doing. Number one, they're talking about quitting. Number two, they're complaining that they can't find this, they can't find that, this function isn't working. And I'm like, you know what? What I'm doing isn't working. Let me try something else. So when I first started this online selling thing, I had a store, and I was trying to sell women's jewelry. And I was failing at it miserably. I made about 8 sales, and I spent like hundreds of dollars on ads, hundreds of dollars on my store, and just blew through money like crazy. And I wasn't making any sales, and I was like, ugh, this isn't working, this sucks. But you know what I did, guys? I said, okay, this thing didn't work, but other people are successful doing this. And I know that I can be successful. So let me try a different store. So I deleted all the products in my store. I changed the name of the store. It took a long time to do it. I had to work extra hard to do this. Basically, guys, for the last like 2 or 3 months, every time I get up in the morning on a day off, I go and sit in front of the computer and I just work. And, I take time out to spend with my family and to spend with other people and to do things. And I'm not being a hermit. Like, I still have farming stuff to do. I've been outside shearing sheep and stuff like that. Still got all those things going on, guys. But I'm hustling. I'm hustling behind the scenes. Time that I would have ordinarily spent playing around or playing games on my iPad or something like that, I'm using that time to build this business. And like I said before, my business has started turning a corner. I'm starting to make good sales now. And I'm starting to branch out into other online selling things as well. I'm not content with just one thing. So, number 2, let's reiterate that. Unsuccessful people quit when they see an obstacle. Successful people will find a way around the obstacle, or they'll take a different path. Right? Successful people are determined to win, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is, and no matter what they have to learn to get there. They are going to be successful, guys, because that is their mindset. It's not luck. It's not luck. Guys, I haven't been successful selling online because I'm lucky. I've been successful because I've worked and because I refuse to give up. And I'm not killing it yet. I want to reiterate that. I'm making some profits. I'm making some money. There's a good start. Okay, but I'm not out of the woods yet. So it's, I'm still working through these things, and I sit down every day and work on something new, and I'm improving things every single day. So the number one thing that I want to tell you what successful people do. And this is something that it doesn't really apply to people who are actors or something like that, because those guys, they're rich, they're set for life. But the successful average person, they're willing to change. If what they're doing becomes unsuccessful, they move on. And they have more than one income stream. Okay? So I wanted to encourage you guys to develop multiple streams of income and multiple avenues for success. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. If you were investing money into some kind of thing, and you walked into a bank and you're like, hey, you know what? I think I'll just invest all this money in Coca-Cola, because that's a good thing. People like Coke, right? I mean, you might make some money investing in Coke, but you also might lose some money investing in Coke. Good investors, people who are smart and invest their money wisely, they don't put all their money in Coke, guys. They might put like a 30th of their money in Coke. And then they'll buy some gold, and then they'll buy some silver, and then they'll buy some Bitcoin. And then they'll go out and they'll throw some money into a savings account. Then they'll put some money here and there, and they'll got like 10 different places where their money is. And the same thing applies if you're looking to start a business. Don't put all your hopes and dreams on one thing. Okay? Being successful is often a combination of a bunch of different things that all kind of add up. And right now I am I'm doing a bunch of things. I'm doing too many things, really. Let me just share some of the things that I'm doing that I'm hoping will turn into income and success. So I have an online store. In fact, I have 2 online stores. I have an Amazon store. I'm selling on Amazon. Haven't made any sales on Amazon yet. It takes a while to kind of build that up. I've got the podcast, of course, and I haven't put as much work into that as I should have in terms of promoting it. But that's going to start this month, promoting the podcast and starting to create some content for the podcast. Like more than just, a couple episodes a week. I'm going to actually start creating some useful, you're going to see videos, you're going to see good stuff like that. Don't expect to see them right away because I actually have a bunch of videos recorded that I got to sit down and edit. It takes a long time to do that. But, those are just things that I've got on my plate to do. On top of that, I'm writing a novel. Yep. I'm writing a book. It's a fiction book. It's a science fiction book. I can't remember if I've ever even mentioned that before, but I'm doing it. And I'm going to write that one, and then I'm going to write 2 more to follow it, and possibly more beyond that. In fact, I intend to make writing one of my main things, because I love writing. I love stories. I love to write. I'm an affiliate for Audible, which is an audiobook seller, so you guys know that I love stories. So, it just makes sense for me to write my own, because I've got all these stories in my head, and I want to write them down. Plus, there's money to be made writing books. Money to be made. And it's fun. I like writing. So, those are the things that I'm doing, guys. I've got a plan to quit my job in a year. That's my plan. If it takes 2 years, it takes 2 years, guys. Just because it takes a long time doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep growing my sheep operation until I've got, enough sheep that it takes, it's making money and it's using up all the grass. In the meantime, though, I've got people basically leasing my grass and renting, renting it out or, renting the grass. I don't know what you'd call that. The word's escaping right now. And my phone just made a noise. So, you know what? That's it for this week, guys. I'm going to yes. Oh, God. It's too hot in my car right now. I need to get out. I'm going to reiterate this in the show notes. So, hopefully you guys got something out of that. I want to share my success with you guys. I want you to be successful, but it's a mindset, right? It's not luck. It's a mindset. Sometimes people luck into success right away. But that's dangerous because then you start to expect that it's going to happen all the time. But it's not. It's not going to happen all the time. Okay? You're going to fail at a bunch of things. And failure is great for you. It's kind of like vegetables. Failure is the vegetables of life. It's nutritious for your mind. It's good for you to fail. And I have failed a bunch of times. I'm going to share some of my failures with you guys. We'll talk about the church that I failed to plant. We'll talk about this sheep operation that failed to get off the ground for 3 years. Hey, we'll talk about when I became an alcoholic. I've had my share of failures. But, guys, I rose above those failures. And I turned them into gold. Okay? I turned dog turds into gold. The story of the girl who spun straw into gold. That's what I've been trying to do. And it hasn't always been, pure gold, but I'm working on it. And you can too. This is not something that I've mastered yet. I'm not the only one who's being successful. There are other people out there who are successful. You need to tap into those people's mindsets too. Find people who are successful and start listening to what they do, watching what they do, and absorbing everything that they have to tell you. So that's it, guys. Episode 22. 3 ways to be successful. 3 ways to gain that successful mindset. Join us again on Monday. And with that, have a good night.